Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining me tonight. If this is your first time here, my name's Cassie. Welcome to Carnivore Quest. Just want to thank y'all for stopping in today. And I've just been wanting to chat with y'all for a little while. So it's been a minute since I've done a solo live and or a live with a general audience for that matter. We've done some members only, but I've been wanting to get out and just say, hey, I got some good news. We finished up our 3-day fast. So I wanted to chat about that today and how my day went. I had an amazing day. I hope you all have. Um, I'm just going to say hello to everybody before we get rolling here. So, Miss Rita, hello and congratulations on your 5.5-day fast. Right on. That is awesome. 10.6 pounds lost. Good for you. Hello, Amber. Beautiful Danette. Hello. How are you? And we've got Spread the Gospel. Hello. Jasmine and Candace. Hello, Melissa from Awkwardly Aware. Nancy. How are you? Hey, Cal. How are you? We got Addicted to Antlers in the house. Joanna. And Brenda. Hello, Brenda. Hi, Terry. How are you? And Shiloh. Hello from New Mexico. Hey, Mama P. How are you? Connie K. Hello. Happy Monday, Connie. And we've got Karen Wilson and Sue. Hello. And who is this? Flu News. Hello. Welcome, Zelda. I love that name. Hello, Zelda. Good evening. Hi, Laurel and Marlene, Patty. Wow, what a great turnout. And Nicole, hello. Welcome, everybody. Happy Monday. So, I don't know where to start. Let's start with our 3-day fast. Hello, Teresa. CB, what's up? Thank you for all your service, sir. CB's an officer, a peace officer, keeping the peace out in our country. So thank you for your service. Yeah, let's talk about our 3-day fast. It went really well for me. I had a number of reasons for doing it. I didn't want to. Larry brought it up and I'm like, oh, okay, let's do it. You know, fasting isn't always very enjoyable for me. I don't really like being hungry. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, I did it and I feel really good. And something very interesting happened, and we'll talk about that. But thank you, Miss Kel. I'd appreciate that. Um, yeah, so I know that Rita, she did the fast. Anybody else? I know there's some others who did the fast in here. So let's chat about that. How did your fast go? How did you feel? How was this your first fast? Was this your longest fast? Your shortest fast? Let's just talk fast. Hey, Rebecca, how are you, fellow Hoosier? What do we got here? Okay, Flu News, 24-hour fast. Congratulations. Was that your first? Second? Do you do it every other week? I don't know. Let's talk about that. Amber, I fasted. First fast, made it 2 days. Congratulations. Laurel made it 24 hours. Congratulations. So let's go back to Amber. Miss Amber, how'd it go for you? It was your first fast. How were you feeling? Yeah, I mean, people lose weight on a fast, and most of the time there is some type of a regain. So if that's what you were expecting, you know, a major loss and you got to regain, don't worry about it. It happens. But the beauty of a fast for me is autophagy. If I'm pronouncing that correctly, I've even heard it called autophagy. Maybe not. Either way. But yeah, autophagy, and that's the best benefit from it. Well, one of the best benefits. So for me, I was y'all know, anybody who's been watching us for a significant amount of time knows that I have a little bit of a problem with dairy, cream in particular, cream with my coffee. And I really wanted to kick that. I've been wanting to kick it for a long time. Not to say that it's going to be out of my life forever. I don't want, I don't know. I'm never say never, because I know that that just doesn't happen. I may will it and want it, but it doesn't always work out that way. But so far, I am day 4 no coffee and day 4 no dairy, and I am just gonna roll with that. And I feel absolutely amazing. But yeah, let's chat about that. I'm really pleased with that, and just gonna go forward with it from there. And we'll see what happens. We'll see how long I can go. I'm gonna do like a count up, if you will. I'm just gonna count the days. Like there's somebody who comes in here. I'm sure y'all know who he is, Carrie. I'm hoping he comes in here because I want to tell him my countdown. Day 4, no coffee. So that's cool. Hello, Brandy. God bless from South Dakota. I've been to South Dakota, actually. That was my mom's favorite place. South Dakota. She loved going to the Badlands and what was it, Needles Highway? No, maybe that's California. Spearfish Canyon. That's another one. Yeah, she loved going to what's that little gambling town? I can't recall the name of it, but Deadwood. Deadwood, South Dakota. Yeah, she loved it. Joanna says, my longest fast was 90 hours. Only tried it once. Yeah. Well, y'all know that I made it 9 days. It was the longest 9 days of my life. And I did it for the wrong reasons. I think I only intended to do 5 days. And I was so close to that 199 mark. That's actually what pushed me to keep going. I'm like, I'm just going to keep going. I want to feel that faster's freedom where you're not hungry and you just feel amazing and you have all this energy. And that never happened for me. I had glimpses of that moments, but yeah, that was not my favorite thing to do. So it kind of kept me away from it a little bit, if you will. Laurel said she did 48 hours. Fasted, made it 2 days. Yeah, I never fasted. Intermittent fasting, maybe. I lost 3 pounds. Kept it off so far. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I had we have that Keto Mojo device, right? And it tests your blood glucose and your ketones. So on day 2, I tested my ketones and it was 0.2. I'm like, what the heck? What gives? This is ridiculous. 0.2. And then yesterday, I tested it shortly before eating, which I broke my fast with some chicken soup. I'd been craving chicken soup, and high protein is really good for when you're coming off of a fast. So that's just what I wanted. I haven't had it in some time and I wanted some chicken soup. So that's what I made. And I tested before I ate. I'm like, okay, I'm 3 days, no caffeine. It's only been water, and it was only 0.4. So here's what's really interesting. I was getting ready to reheat some chicken soup, right? So again, I'm fasting. I haven't had anything. I only had the one meal yesterday, and it was topped with bacon too, the chicken soup. But yeah. So let me pull this up for you. And this is what my ketones were this morning. I dig that.
Huh?
I dig that a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So not this morning, that was this afternoon. So I was really happy about that. And what's so interesting is, so I wonder if it was the fat, I mean, I've had high ketones on my 9-day fast. I think, what did it get up to, like 3.6 or something? I can't recall. But so it more than doubled in 24 hours after having one meal that's higher in fat. So that was really interesting, and that made me really happy. I'm like, okay, I'm in ketosis. I'm I'm not stopping. There is no stopping that once and for all, right? Once and for all. So that was pretty awesome. What does Amber have to say? I've cut out all caffeine and sweeteners. Good for you. But dairy is still hanging there. It gives me inflammation and I need to get rid of it. But I feel you. It's difficult. My gosh. I know. I know. I've been trying to cut it out, seriously cut it out for, geez, I think 2 years. I've been trying to eliminate that dairy and I've given it a number of goes, but I don't know that just something went off. There's a switch and it's like, I think I really got it this time, but I've said that before. So we shall see. Danette asks, what are you having to replace your coffee, if anything? Just water. I have had a few cups of tea. I had some orange spice tea today. But that was this morning. I was just craving, I just wanted something warm to drink. The water just, I don't know, it just wasn't cutting it this morning. But so that's what I'm doing. Other than that, that is all. Let's see. Peter. Hello, Peter. Peter says, I stopped drinking coffee and now I'm drinking raw cocoa or cacao beans ground up to drink. No sweeteners. It's great. I bet it is. I bet it is. Pula says, I do too mad. Hello, Lisa. As a former anorexic, it is easy to do at a certain point. Yeah. But I think it becomes psychological. Yeah. If we're talking about fasting, absolutely. Kel says, glad you had a better experience with this fast. You are a warrior. I did have a much better experience this time. And, I don't know if I'm just going to stick with OMAD or I thought maybe like every other day fasting. I'm like, maybe that's a bit extreme. You can experience hair loss and just, I don't know how good that is for you. I don't know how good it is for me having hypothyroidism. Is that really the best thing for me? But yeah, I'm really happy with how everything went. CB says, thank you, love you, and Larry. I laughed out loud when I read y'all's thumbnail. No sugar, no carbs, no eating, right? I fasted the longest I ever did last week for 32 hours. Good for you. Good for you. Autophagy. I love that. Or autophagy. Hello. Hi, Angie. Pretty new to carnivores, so I didn't do the fast. Thanks for your videos. You're welcome. Well, I don't recommend fasting not until, you're acclimated to the diet because it's a whole lifestyle change, I mean, everything changes. If you think about it, all of our lives have pretty much all the events have revolved around food and beverage in some way, shape, or form. You go to a wedding, there's food. At least for me, that was something I always looked forward to was the food. Not so much the celebration. It was the food. What can I eat? It's going to be something different. Somebody's going to cook for me. So, yeah, good for you. But definitely, work your way up to it when you're ready. Hello, Miss Lana, fellow Hoosier. There's another Hoosier in the house. We got all the Indiana people here. Miss Lana. Chamomile tea with butter and salt tastes like chicken soup. Okay, I've had my eye on some chamomile tea when I go to the store, and I've not made that jump, so maybe I'll have to try that. What do we got here? I've been drinking more tea and black coffee and lots of water. I've lost 3 pounds. Congratulations. Congratulations. Kel says, I do intermittent fasting. How long do you do it? Are you like a 16 and 2 girl or a 20 and 4? I think there's really a lot to be said just about intermittent fasting and not eating so late at night too. I mean, we've been told that, most of our lives, don't eat after 5 o'clock, no snacking at night, So I guess the FDA did get something right. Cindy says, I've been on strict carnivore diet for 10 months, but I've only lost, don't use that word only, I've lost 27 pounds, a little dairy in my coffee, but that's it. Has anyone else had this problem and how do you get the scale to budge? Oh boy. Cindy, there could be a number of reasons, Everybody's metabolism is a little bit different, even though carnivore heals so many people, so many different illnesses and diseases and just all the non-scale victories that you don't even realize. But it's highly possible you have an undiagnosed issue. Maybe, you have a bit of hypothyroidism. Your body's fighting something. And you're not the only one. So don't feel alone in this battle. I mean, I've been on a stall. Now, I don't know what you consider a little bit of dairy. For me, a little bit of dairy is, 3, 4 tablespoons in my coffee, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream or half and half. There's a lot of lactose. And if you think about it, it really could build up over the course of the week. So maybe consider removing the dairy. I know it's hard. It is so difficult. But Angie wants to know is autophagy. So what that is, and I'm going to put this the most basic way that I can. It's basically where your cells dispose of the garbage. They get rid of the trash that's in the cells and they kind of renew. I guess that's the best way I can put it. If I had Dr. Chafee on here, he would give you a half hour explanation of exactly what it is, and he would break it down, and he would give a much more amazing response than I would. But it's basically your body repairing itself. That's what's going on. Yep. Light Warrior says, "Hey Cindy, maybe cut out the milk and coffee for a while." Absolutely. And I think that's eliminating the coffee was probably why I didn't experience such bad hunger like I have in the past. Now, I always thought coffee was an appetite suppressant, but I remember on our 9-day fast, somebody making the comment that it ramped up their hunger. I thought, well, that's interesting because I'm usually not eating a lot because I drink a lot of coffee, but I think it was the cream, the fat from the cream, and everything else that was keeping me satisfied. So that's highly possible. Hello, Maggie May. I made it. Yay. Welcome. Happy Monday to ya. Yeah. But today, let's see, my grandfather and father were in the food service industry. So food was a major focus daily. Absolutely. I mean, I was too. And well, y'all know. Y'all know that story, working at the butcher shop, and it's just too easy, at least for me. Now, there have been a handful of people talking about that. Like one of them, he's a chef, and he says he's able to taste the food and chew and spit it out. I'm like, look, you are a warrior. That is not something I can do. I tried it. It just doesn't work for me. And other people say, they work in bakeries and they abstain. I'm thinking, wow, that's power. That is serious power, because I don't know. That is the correct spelling. Autophagy or autophagy. Cal says 18 hours. So you fast for 18 hours and your feeding window is 6 hours. That's solid. That really is. Okay, let me get into a few more comments here. And then I got to tell you all about my day. I had such a good day today. Mondays are usually kind of blah. They're kind of a drag, but oh man, it was a good day. It was a good day. Joe Forth. Hello, Joe. Says, I made it 91 hours. There we go with that only. You lost 3 pounds. You're carrying around 3 pounds less. Go pick up 3 pounds. Even though it only seems like it's a small number, it's only this. Go pick it up. And that's what you're not carrying around on your body anymore. Oh, there you go. I didn't finish it. So 6 pounds. Longest fast was 9 days. Okay, you and I, Joe, 9 days. Was that not insane? Absolutely insane. Hello, B-Dog. How you doing? I'm doing good, she says. I do 18 and 6. I messed up on vacation, but back on track. Dairy definitely keeps my weight stalled. I do love it. bbbe ongoing. I know that dairy. It's addictive. And for me, taking that first step, having to give up the coffee, I felt like a stubborn little child. I don't want to. I didn't want to give it up. I'm like, I don't want to give up the cream, not so much the coffee, because I really don't care for black coffee. Um, but yeah, that was so many people say, yeah, the eggs, but that was hard. Giving up that dairy is not easy. And I'm not the only one who struggles with that. A lot of people do. And I think it's okay as a treat. I really do. Um, but I think if we were to eliminate it long enough and then reintroduce it with just a meal, I have a very sneaky suspicion that we're going to experience inflammation, bad inflammation, because I do whenever I consume cheese, heavy dairy. I'm not talking, I think I've had just a baseline of the heavy whipping cream. My body's been able to tolerate it, right? But there's still that inflammation that I didn't know about. Now, mind you, I didn't get on the scale. I hate that scale so much. I will get on it the end of this month so I can contribute or add to our weight loss for the bbbe challenge. But yeah, anyway, I'm getting off track here. All right, Lori, hello, hello. Replacing my cream with frothy raw egg. So much better than I thought. Nutty tasting and takes the bitterness out of it. Even switched to decaf. It's working. Good for you. Because you all know that caffeine can induce cortisol. And cortisol, that adds to our belly fat. So think about that. Hi, Dave. Extended fasting is a fantastic thing to do for your health and easier if you're on carnivore diet. Keep up the great work one day at a time. You got that right. It is so good for you. It really is. I think there's a limit. There's a balance with everything, right? Absolutely. Hello, Terry. You're right on time. Welcome, welcome. I stock up on frozen foods. It's just boxes to me, but I don't have to smell the food. Oh, I stock for right, right. Yeah, so there were a couple jobs that y'all know I've been in the market for a job and I've been really picky on where I'm going to work. I had considered working at a grocery store and one of them was Food Lion. I did put in an application. Of all things, a produce assistant. I thought, that's kind of contradictory of what I'm trying to stay away from. But they were paying decent, and I thought, I think I could deal with this. I really don't have much against vegetables. I don't. I don't know if I'm going to take the stance that Dr. Chafee does that they're trying to kill you, but let's be honest. Let's take a look at agriculture these days. It's not like it was 100 years ago. Everything is sprayed and gassed to death herbicide, fungicide, insecticide, Roundup Ready seeds, blah, blah, blah. You all know this. So that's my issue with it. It's really hard to find truly organic food nowadays, food meaning vegetables or fruits. And that's a big issue for me because not only are you adding extra carbs, which could contribute to cravings if you haven't kicked them, I don't know if I'll ever kick them. I don't think I ever will be able to, here we are 3 years later. I wouldn't trust myself with an apple and peanut butter because it would turn into, half a cup of peanut butter and 2 apples, that's how it rolls. But yeah. So anyway, getting back to the job, I've had a couple interviews and a couple offers are on the table. And I did receive one today that I think I would really enjoy working for this company and for the director of the store. She was a really cool lady. Her name is Heather, and it's at the not sure if you're familiar with At Home. So yeah, I was offered that job today. Now I have an interview tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it. I did pretty much accept that job and I submitted my background check, but you never know. I mean, you all know how I am, that old school drug dealer. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My background check is going to come up squeaky clean. But yeah, so I'm pretty pretty excited about that, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But before I went there, I I went to Goodwill. You know how I am. I don't need anything else, but I'm like, ah, you never know. You never know what you're going to find. I'm always looking for a couple cooking utensils. I have them with me. So I have to show you the deals. I spent $16 today, 1 6. And first, I wonder if I should save the best for last. Yeah, I probably will. But what is the best? They're all really good. I'm really happy with my finds. But a Jimbo fork. This will be great for grilling. It's got some prongs on there. It's brand new. I love things that are brand new, still in the package. I feel like I got a better deal. It'll be great for grilling. But yeah, I don't know why it squeezes. I don't know if that locks. I'll play around with it later. And then oh, that was $4. Everything was $5 or less. This was $4. It's a flavor injector. So I like to brine my meat. So I thought this would come in handy, especially with like chuck roast. And if I do like a seasoned brine, say I have some garlic in there or something like that. It's just got these little needles in there. It's kind of cool. I thought this was awesome. It was $4. I thought, I'll give it a try. You put your solution in there. You know, even if I do a saltwater solution, I've been playing around with that a lot. Saltwater brines, especially for the jerky. And lately I've been using, I've tried London Broil and Top Round, and they're almost pretty much the same thing. It has like a buttery flavor. So I'll brine it. I have a slicer that my kids gave me for my birthday, and I've been playing around with that. A food slicer. It's just a home slicer, and I'll let it sit in the brine solution for about, I don't know, 4 hours maybe at most. You don't want to let beef really marinate for too long. And gosh, it's just got this great buttery flavor. It's pretty amazing. But on to the next thing. I only got 4 things, so I'm not going to bore you all to death. But what you think about that? I got a new sign for the studio. Bacon makes everything better, and there's a lot of truth to that. $3, $3. And last but not least, now it is a little bit chipped up, but it's brand new. It has not been used. It is a 3-quart Cuisinart Dutch oven. I got this for $5. Look at that. They didn't even use it. I think maybe they dropped it and chipped it, and just they didn't want it. Thought, well, I will take you home and I will love you. So I got that for $5. I looked them up. They're $50. $50. So I get a high off of that. It is amazing when you find deals like that. So yeah, I start this job at home. I'm gonna get a 25% discount. So I'm quite certain that the whole house will be redecorated within a matter of a few months. Maybe even the studio. Who knows? Okay. All right. So that's the exciting news. That, and then I came home and I, tested my ketones before I ate. It was a good day, a job offer on the table, something that I know that I'll be happy doing. I'm not afraid of hard work. I'll stock, I'll sweep, I'll clean. I'm all good with that. It's where I wanted to work. And she seemed really cool. Not to mention, we were talking and I never asked her, and I'm going to find out. So I did mention about our channel. I put it on the resume, right? Because, I'm in the comments a lot, and we're Carnivore Quest. It's been 3 years of my life, and really proud of the work that we've done. And I enjoy it so much. Enjoy talking with you and encouraging you and getting the encouragement back, right? So I kind of explained how it started. I'm like, look, we started as accountability, and it's just blossomed into so much, and talked about our Facebook page. But she's lost 145 pounds. So we've got a lot in common with that. We talked about a little bit about food addiction. And so, yeah, she's just, yeah. there's something in common there when people have achieved a goal. And yeah, she said she's got a little bit to go, about 20-25 pounds. But yeah, that was really cool. So I don't know, I'm excited. Yeah, I'll say a prayer that I do in fact, everything goes through, and I'm just, yeah, that will be the highlight for me. A new job. Yay. Is that the worst addiction to have? Oh man, if you ask Larry, he'd probably say yes. We cleared out the garage not that long ago. But is that Dutch oven not awesome? All right, I want to highlight this guy. This advantageous carnivore, Doug. Doug, could you please tell everybody how much weight you've lost? Doug is a warrior. He has been trying now. I think he's been watching us for a better part of 2 years. And in our last video, we were talking about, people um, falling off the wagon. If you haven't seen our last video, the 8 tips, for starting or restarting the carnivore diet. And it's just really our experience. But this man right here, he's a true warrior. And I swear, he has tried and tried and tried. And this is the perfect example. If first you don't succeed, try again. And Doug, you are doing amazing, and I'm so proud of you. And I'm glad you're part of this community, and I'm glad you're here today. So yeah, if you can, throw it in the comments. Let everybody know how well you're doing. And he's determined. He's determined. Some people, we get some pretty nasty comments, right? And about, oh, you haven't lost the weight, this and that. It's like, look, you can't judge. You can't compare people. Everybody's different. They've got different lives and different metabolisms. That people are dealing with different issues. You don't know, right? And some people are a little more addicted than others. Let's be honest here. I am. And like Doug, if if he had a channel and he got some of those negative comments, let's say he had been trying for 2 years, and every other day, or you know what I mean? I'm exaggerating a bit here, but just having difficulties like that, that can be real discouraging, and it's pretty frustrating. But I don't know. I'm proud of you, Doug. And you just keep going. You keep going. And I look forward to getting updates from you all the time. Carnivore Quest food truck, one steak at a time, one state at a time. I know we talked about that. When did we talk about that? Maybe in one of our previous videos, but it was something I thought about. I was like, what could I do? I'm like, maybe a food truck, because I have always wanted to open a restaurant, right? But brick and mortar just doesn't seem to be the way to go. I thought, well, maybe I could have a food truck or a food trailer and travel around to the different events, different meetups, or even, create a meetup and travel state to state. I would absolutely love to do that. So that very well may happen. I don't know. I think it's going to take some time for that. That's we're looking at about $100,000 to start something like that out if we're going to do it right. But yeah, maybe I'll start a GoFundMe page. I don't know. I'm kidding. I will fund it myself. Let me see, Marilyn. Let me put on my glasses. I'm not wearing them because I hate the glare that comes off of that. So please talk about how you've overcome hypothyroid. Thanks, Cassie, and congrats on your fast and dairy. Thank you. I haven't exactly yet, but what I can tell you is I have been in the low carb spectrum. Now I get my years mixed up. I want to say it's been 9 years. Yeah, it's 9 years, probably right around this time. And starting with Atkins, keeping it low carb, and something would happen. The reason we stopped the first time was when my appendix ruptured. And of course I'm like, yeah, let me eat all the comfort foods. And then we had a lot of tragedy in our lives, and I think a lot of you do know that's when we were dealing with the stuff with Holly. Um, and that was stressful. So the emotional eating came in, and then the cancer, and anyway, um, but the hypothyroid. So I was on 325, no, 225 micrograms, taking an additional pill on a Saturday. Well, right now I'm down to 125, and I was due for a recheck. I need to get my labs done. I was supposed to get it done last Friday, the Friday before. And I haven't talked to my doctor since August after she referred me back to oncology after my wonky labs. I kind of don't want to face her, even though I know I'm my own best advocate and she works for me in a sense. I don't know if I just really feel like dealing with that. I have to get my lab work done, but so I mean, over the course of 9 years, the my dosage has definitely been decreased. So I think that's a good thing, right? Eventually, I'd like to get it down to zero, but who knows how long that may take. Um, I had nodules, and I did have a ultrasound on my thyroid a couple years ago, and they wanted to start doing biopsies on them. Now, guys, I'm not down with all of this testing and everything. Obviously, I refused going to oncology in August and September and getting the MRI and going back to that. I'm going to eat my meat and keep it low carb and just do the best I can. I don't know, maybe it's silly, maybe it's not. Honestly, I don't know. I feel good about how I feel, and I'm going to go with that. Anyway, I'm going to get off that subject. As far as I know, my thyroid is healing. I don't know about the nodules. Don't know if I'll ever go back. I do know that it was a bit inflamed, and it's really not. Now, I almost wish I would have went and got more ultrasounds on it just to see the progress, but I can feel it. If you go back a few years ago, you could hear how horsey my voice was, and that's because my thyroid was so inflamed, um, that it was pressing against my windpipe. It sounds a little horsey right now, but I'm just getting tired, getting old. But yeah. Anyway, I'm babbling. So Doug, let me get back to you, Doug. So Doug is down 220 pounds. So that, my friends, no matter how many times you fall and you don't want to get back up and you feel hopeless, just keep going. Just keep getting back up. It's going to be easier to get back up. Your falls aren't going to last as long, and you're just going to keep going, and you're going to feel more encouraged and more powerful about that. Practice makes better, right? So just keep going, and Doug is doing amazing. So follow his lead, follow ours. We're doing good. I've never been able to maintain a weight loss ever. So there's a lot to be said about that. But that's awesome. I have meat chips in the dehydrator. Yay. I love making jerky so much. Yep. You're doggone right. It is, Amber. That's amazing. Right, y'all? He's got a ways to go. So, but just, you see him in the comments. Y'all read the comments, because there's so much encouragement and inspiration in the comment section. It's not even funny. So if you watch our videos, if anything, watch it and then just go into the comments, because that's where it's at. That is where it's at. People talk about their non-scale victories. You'll learn a lot. Conditions that have been healed, or that you didn't even think about. Somebody might talk about a non-scale victory, and it might happen to you, and it might be a month that goes by. It's like, you know what? You're right. That happened to me too. I haven't noticed that X, Y, and Z is no longer happening. So yeah, get in the comments section. They're pretty awesome. And Doug, he's a regular. So that's right. Failing forward. You're so welcome, Doug. Thank you. I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of all of you. We're just this is amazing. This is an amazing movement. And yeah, I happen to see Dr. Chafee was on the cover of Woman's World magazine. So we've got two very big advocates with their faces on that magazine, and Susan Boykin, she was on there too. And she's one who she finished the race and she's doing amazing. She walks like 5 miles a day, something crazy like that. I wish I had that kind of determination, and who knows, maybe one day I will. Maybe something that Susan said or said or did in the comments, right? She said in the comments, and I'm watching her. It just might stick, even though I don't know it subconsciously. And then one day it's just gonna bloom into something beautiful. And who knows, I might be doing 5Ks down the road. You just never know what's gonna happen. Never ever. Way to go, Doug. Congratulations, Doug. Health is wealth. You're doggone right. Health over wealth. You're right about that. So much to be said. So much to be said about that. Stormy weather. Hello, hello. Welcome to the live Monday live. It's a Monday live. Yes, it is. Today is here's another one. This young man, he is very determined as well, and I applaud you for that. So if you haven't checked out his channel, he's got some good stuff. He's a pretty funny dude. He's on Instagram too. So cut out the dairy. Y'all pray for me. I'll tell you what, that fast did me a world of good. Now I took more Excedrin this time than I did in August when I gave it up. But I was eating food when I gave it up in August. I was attempting Lion. So I didn't cut it out. I still drank my coffee, not a lot, but enough to, ward off any withdrawal symptoms that I'm having. And yeah, this time I took Excedrin 3 times, 7, today being one of those days. Just the headaches. The first headache, oh my gosh. I didn't want to take anything. I went to bed with a mild headache and woke up in the middle of the night with a killer headache. I'm like, no. I was sleepwalking to go get the Excedrin and I woke up and it was gone. So yeah. Excedrin for the coffee, but with the dairy, I don't know. You know how it is. When it clicks for you, it clicks for you. And if it doesn't work out for you this time, just keep trying. Like, here I am, it's 2 years. 2 years ago, I would have never thought I would have given up the sweeteners in my coffee. I was drinking aspartame, garbage aspartame, because I was on, what started off as clean ketovore, and it turned into very dirty ketovore, lazy, sloppy ketovore, and then we did bbbe, and I hated every day of it. While I was going through it, I did, but that was the game changer. That really was. Stick with it. And I still consumed cream, and actually that's when I started ramping up my cream intake. But yeah, that was pretty good. That was the difference maker, the game changer. The nasty comments were probably from vegans. Those carnivores are sweethearts. You're right. I think, most of us, we're like-minded, and we have the same goal. We're level-headed. We just, I don't know. Many people are giving up on storefronts for affordability and flexibility. Absolutely right. You're right. And not to mention, corporate America is crushing mom and pop stores for the most part, which is pretty sad. Oh, Doug. Maybe you should start a channel. Doug's advantageous carnivore journey. There you go. There you go. That's why we started this channel, for accountability. And I honestly believe that I would probably be in the same rut and the same cycle that I had always been all my life. Who knows? Maybe the cancer would have returned because I would still be eating sad garbage food, or even worse, vegan, because I did start juicing and I went to veganism to, keep the cancer at bay, because the doctor said, eat all the colors of the rainbow. Make sure you eat all your fruits and vegetables. But I don't know. If not for this channel, who knows? Who knows? But God has a way. So there's that. It's not my will. His will be done. There you go, Doug. You're definitely an inspiration. So many can learn from you. Absolutely. So you just think about that. You think about that. Thank you. All right, let's see what else we got going on. That's right. I just feel so much better when I eat just meat. I hear you. I hear you. I mean, this is only day 4 and no dairy and no coffee. And I feel so good. I do. Hey, Jen, how are you? You joined late. You're right on time. You're right on time. We're not going anywhere anytime soon. I am on fire. I feel really good. Really, really good. What you got to say? You feel good, and all due respect to Larry and yourself, you look great and young. Thank you. Not bad for 51, huh? I keep saying I'm going to do this video, because most of our audience is a little bit older, our age. I'd have to say at least our audience, the majority, I'd have to say 65% are 40 and up. And we got a handful of teenagers, just a very small percentage. And then the rest are like 35 to 40, 45. But yeah, I'm 51, I'm postmenopausal, hypothyroid, cancer survivor. I keep saying I'm going to do a video on that. And I haven't got around to it yet. I don't know. I always find something else to do videos about. I've got a couple recipe videos that I've been sitting there just collecting dust. I'm like, look, I got to narrate these and put these out, but some of them got dairy in it. I'm like, do I put it out now? Because I'm really trying to steer clear from it. That's cool. It's my journey. I think they're great for treats. Again, if you can tolerate it. All right, what you got to say, Miss Terry? All right, this is a paragraph. I used to love Woman's World, but now there is so much in there that is of value now that I'm carnivore. I'll buy this one though. I hear you. If you look on the cover, and this was one thing. Now they did approach me 2 years ago, but because I wasn't quite 50, I didn't go in. They said, well, we'll contact you later. And I thought, after hearing what Susan had to say about how they basically just flat out lied, saying she was drinking smoothies and just false reporting, but also on the cover, was it her? I think it was Dionne Warwick, or so. Who was on there? There were Gladys Knight serving up her homemade pie. I'm like, so you've got this great weight loss on here, and then you're going to promote all these recipes. So they're just kind of all over the place. It's like, sure, eat this pie and then read this article so you lose weight. That didn't sit right with me. And I thought, I will probably never go on that magazine, because A, I don't want to be misquoted, and B, I don't want my face next to, a dessert, because that's all you see on there, dessert recipes. Thank you, Mark. I feel good. I feel really, really good. Stormy weather. You can do it. Yes, you can do it too. Just keep trying. Just keep trying. That's all. I mean, you may not get it the first time, you may not get it the second or the 50th. In my case, it's 50 at least. At least I couldn't tell you. I would like to go back in all of our videos and just pull clips of how many times I said, okay, I mean it this time. I'm going to do it. And of course I do mean it at the time. And then I just, kind of fall on my face. But oh yeah, Trivia Live. So Larry and I have a couple ideas. I'd like to do another one of those fairly soon, but we got something in the works with another channel that we're gonna interview them. They're gonna interview us, and it'll be more of a podcast type thing. And then we're gonna invite them on. It's a couple. I'm not gonna say anything else, but they're a really cute and young couple, and they're amazing. And one of them happens to be pregnant with twins, if you know who I'm talking about. They're sweethearts. But yeah, that's the plan. So yeah, we'll be doing another one pretty soon here. Yeah, you're doggone right. Let it go. Let it go. It's really tough because I would say, I've given up this and I've given up that. And oh man, especially being Italian with the pasta and lasagna and all that stuff and all the bread. I'd say that's the one last thing that I can hold on to. That's my one last comfort. But let's be honest, we're trying to reverse what it is that, the damage that we've done to ourselves. So, maybe we just need to not be so comfortable for a little while. Kind of stinks, it does, but who knows? I mean, you can get used to anything, right? We got used to eating just meat. So I think we can certainly get used to getting rid of the dairy and the coffee if you want. I don't know if I'll ever give it up, but we're going to find out. How are you today? Less junk, more health. You're doggone right. You are absolutely right about that. Louise says, I switched to decaf in December. Totally done with that by February. I now drink some bone broth every morning in my mug. Congratulations. So you kind of weaned yourself down off of it. And that's awesome. I kept saying that was something I could do. And I can't do that. I just had to do a hard stop because it just wasn't working out well for me. But yeah, good for you, Louise. Congratulations on that. Congratulations. Let's see. Hey, Lisa. Lisa says, my husband has been stalled at losing. Will fasting help? Fasting can be a double-edged sword, in my opinion, especially like we did that 9-day fast. And during that time, I craved everything, absolutely everything. And, I think what it can do is help you tighten up the reins. So if your husband is stalled, I don't know his history, so I really can't comment. This is what my advice, this is always what I ask everybody. Are you consuming dairy? Are you eating dairy? And that's something that needs to be tweaked. Are you eating sauces? Is he strict carnivore? Is he just meat, salt, and water? Well, if he is, how much activity is he getting? How much fat is he taking in? It's like, I don't know, calories in, calories out. I can't prove or disprove that. Is it fat in, fat out? But if you eat more fat than you burn, you're not going to lose. That's just my very uneducated opinion here. But look at the diet and take it from there. Is everything clean? But I think intermittent fasting will help anybody. Absolutely. John. Yes, sir. Wow. No dairy, no coffee, no sugar, no carbs, no cheating. Yeah. I'm on a roll now. I'm really feeling good about this. So I'm ready. 52 and proud. That's right. That's right. I'll tell you, that's like a badge of honor. I look forward to getting older. We're right smack dab in the middle of our lives, and I'm it's a badge of honor hitting 50. I was excited when I hit 40, and then even more so when I hit 50 because I had all those health issues, for a couple of years, and I felt really good about that. So good for you, 52. All right, let's see. Hello, Constance. How are you? Let me put on my glasses again. My brand new air fryer is sitting at the post office, grabbing it up tomorrow. Good for you. I love leftovers reheated in the air fryer. I do. I mean, I'll reheat a steak. Larry, he'll reheat his steak in the microwave. If it were up to me, that thing would be gone. Absolutely gone. But no, and I do like cooking with it. I prefer the old school method, cast iron too. But in a pinch, they work great, especially for chicken thighs, if you don't want to make it into a soup. Which Lisa says, I made your chicken soup tonight. Delicious. Isn't it so good and so simple? Who would have thought, chicken, water, and salt? It can't be that good. No, it really is that good. I'd have to say that's probably my favorite recipe. I mean, as far as the simple recipe goes, I did make a chuck roast tonight. It's been a long time since we've had chuck roast. I actually pulled it out right before I started the live. But I like the chicken soup better than the chuck roast. I don't know. There's just something to that chicken broth. It's just really, really tasty. Hello, Angela. Angela is a beast. This woman and her biceps. I'm telling you, check her out on Instagram. She is awesome. She's another one. I keep watching her and I think, gosh darn, I want to be like her. I want to see those kinds of results. She's at the gym all the time, and I think that's awesome. 56, been carnivore since July 2020. I'm in the gym now and doing handstands again. See, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, awesome lady, awesome. I enjoy following her. Very inspirational. Maybe one day I'll be doing those handstands too. Oh man. I do not. No, I don't have any Instant Pot recipes. I tried the chuck roast and in the crock pot and in the Instant Pot. Now we got the Instant Pot. I think Larry used it once or twice. I tried it once with the chuck roast, but a lot of people do enjoy their chuck roast in the Instant Pot. I think it only takes an hour or something like that. But for me, 90 to 95% of my meals are cooked in cast iron. So no, I don't have anything for that, and I probably won't, but I'm sure there's something out there with an Instant Pot. Maybe Amanda Me, Carnivorous Me. I think maybe she has a handful of recipes on the Instant Pot. So maybe check that out. I overcooked the chuck roast. It was sad. I've cooked it many times, just salt. It's amazing. Yeah. I've done that too. Where there's absolutely no broth. If you're going to make that chuck roast, just maybe halfway to 2/3 of the way through, check the water level because you might have to add it up or add some to it. Angela, I gave up dairy, and after a year, I tried it and it literally tasted like nothing. No flavor. Very helpful. Yeah, I'm done. I am so done with it. At least I hope. Hey, Dave. I finally figured out how to chat. Oh, Dave, he is in our Facebook group and I love this man. He's amazing and he's just one of my favorite people. So I'm glad to see you on here, Dave. Very good. Very good. Oh, Terry says, my daughter wants me to make kolachkis. Oh no, they're marvelous, but I don't want to. Maybe for their twins' birthday in August. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's tough. That is very tough. I got nothing for you on that. I don't. I stopped baking for my kids, And I'm almost at the point where, I don't want to make them any more sad foods. But you know what? That's just me. They know that when they come here, that it's there's not going to be anything like that. If I do make a dessert, it's going to be a carnivore dessert, which they like. One carnivore dessert treat that I have yet to make is cheesecake, and I have an idea that's a little bit different from what everybody else does, and I'm going to try it when I do decide to make something like that. I guarantee I'll probably balloon up 6 pounds after having a piece, but I can't stop at one piece. I can't even do it with that. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yeah, there we go with the cravings. I get cravings after 48 hours, and sometimes I'm so hungry, but I feel really good. Yeah, isn't that the truth? Oh man, I would love to get rid of my microwave. We discussed this, Larry and I, we discussed getting rid of the microwave, and oh man, he won't give it up. I decided not buying another. It broke. It's been 6 months and still microwave free. Good for you. Yeah, I'd ditch it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, a ketogenic woman has some instant pot recipes. There you go. Yeah, she's got a lot of recipes, doesn't she? Yes, absolutely, Donna. There's no doubt. It's so many people are dealing with that cream. You're not alone. You are not alone. All right, y'all, we got a prayer request here. Daughter Taylor's health and healing, please. You bet. You bet. I always pray for our community and people who ask for extra. I'm down for it. I figured that's the best thing that I can do. But yeah, this was really cool, y'all. I'm very happy to be hanging out with y'all on a Monday night and just sharing my experiences, and it's been a really good day, and gosh, I'm feeling so good. But yeah, I never did give an update on Larry. He didn't exactly make his 72-hour fast. He made it 48, and he caved with some McDonald's patties. I'm like, why would you break your fast with that? Toss them in the microwave. But yeah, I don't know that he made it 48. So you know what? I'm happy for him. I'm like, look, you gave it a go. I was gonna see it through, but what was so crazy about it was day 2, and I was feeling really hungry, and something happened, and I was experiencing a little emotional distress. I was in some type of emotional distress. I wasn't crying or anything, but I just wasn't feeling on top of him, and I was hungry, and I wanted to eat. I wanted to break my fast, and I was even craving, sad foods. I was craving sad foods. I'm like, oh my gosh, a cheeseburger sounds really good. It would only be a few carbs. I'm like, what is going on? Come on, brain. What is wrong with you? But yeah, and I gotta say, what got me through was this community. It was everybody else. I got into our Facebook, and then I got into the YouTube comments. And that's where I get a lot of my strength. That's why I say go into the comments. You're going to feel better. Um, but that's where I got my strength. I fought it, and I thought about it for better part of an hour. I'm like, yeah, I got some pork rinds in there. I've got some chicken. I put a lot of the stuff in the freezer. I'm like, I've got this, I've got that. I even have canned tuna. I thought about like making some tuna nuggets. I'm like, why would you do that? You are halfway through your fast, actually more than that. I was coming up close at the end of day 2, and just there's that emotional eating rearing its ugly head. So, I just I have to give it up to you guys. It wasn't anything that I did. So go back and I do read the comments. I don't know, I start this job pretty soon, how much I'm going to be in them, but this job will be 40 hours or less, not 65 plus a week. So I will have more time. And but yeah, I've been really active on all three platforms, especially Instagram. I've really been ramping it up on Instagram, just having fun making reels, because that's something new. They've got a pretty cool editor that I can just do right from my phone. Um, our YouTube shorts and long content, it's all done here on the computer, and it's a much it's a longer process, obviously, because the content is longer. It's not a minute 30, sometimes 10-15 minutes, and you're even going through an hour and a half of footage, and then even pulling other things and making graphics on Canva. It's time consuming. So I enjoy, anyway, I'm babbling. I always take the long way around to explain something, so forgive me. But yeah, that's I've been ramping it up, but I get on there. So, I know a lot of you are in different support groups. So if you don't have accountability, get into a support group, get into several if you need to. Post, take pictures of your food. A lot of us, we don't have family members and friends who A, understand, or B, are even on board with our dietary decisions. They think, it's a joke. It's a fad diet, right? They don't understand, and a lot of them don't want to understand. But yeah, get into a group. And if you really don't feel like getting into some type of a support group, like I said, we've got ours, Carnivore Quest Community and Carnivore Quest for Women. There's some amazing people. A lot of people have been there. We've had that community going for 2 years now. And, people have been there since day one. We're building relationships and friendships. And there was just a meetup in the Virginia area, so those kind of things happen. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. I missed a couple comments here. B-Dog. So glad you had a great day. I only got to 36 hours, maybe one day. Hey, 36 hours, are you kidding me? That's awesome. That's good. You should feel good about that. You just work your way up to it. You don't want to push yourself too hard. Like I said, when I pushed myself that 9 days, that was absolutely miserable. And I'll never do that again. Never. I guess it was a good thing, because I'll never do it again. And I could tell somebody else, don't do it again, because then after that, I think it was shortly after that, that's when I made that carnivore pizza. And no, that was a different fast. Maybe that was another 3 or 4 day fast. I can't recall. I don't know. I've done so many different little fasts and different challenges. I can't remember them all. Too many to remember. I could go back and look at my content. But yeah, getting off those fasts, you crave foods. After February fast, I did start cooking. Is that when I made the piggy poppers? I think so. And the chicky cakes, I started playing around with food. So not only did I have the regain, just because that's something that's normal, I had additional gain from all the dairy. Back to the dairy, right? I think we're just going to call this live the Dairy Live. Retirement Pirate, how are you? When I start to fast, I never know how long they are going to last. Yeah, you just kind of roll with it. I had considered going longer, but I don't know. I was hungry and I didn't want to. I really didn't want to. So, Doug, 48 hours is amazing. I work 2 jobs, 60 plus hours a week. So 24 hours is as long as I can go, it seems. Well, when you're working that many hours, you have to fuel your body. You just do. You do. Maybe one day, you can go longer if you want. But, I'm of the mind that fasting is good for healing. Fasting is good for like a reset, like for me, to ditch the dairy. That was really that and autophagy. Just give my body a little cleansing, give it a rest, my digestive system a rest. And, um, but for weight loss, that really wasn't the plan. I don't even have weight loss in sight anymore. I'm like, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I have to eat the right foods, and eliminating dairy is one of those things that need to be done. But, um, yeah, if that's your goal, you think that you're going to increase your weight loss. Yeah, you can do that, but you know that there could be complications that come from that. Again, I mentioned this earlier, hair loss. That's a big one. Like I think the Spaths, Chris and Laura, they did fasts, 48-hour fasts every week, and she lost her hair. I think her body was just too stressed out. Now they lost their weight and they look amazing now, but I think that she had to play catch up with repairing maybe some damage that she had caused. Your body needs nutrition. Let's be honest, and there's nothing wrong with doing fast. I think now, mind you, this is coming from the medical end of things, the American Medical Society or whatever, every like every 4 times a year, every quarter, 3 to 5 day fast. You shouldn't do any more than that. But who knows? Everybody's different, right? It's all individual. Toothless Carnivore. Hello, hello. Happy Monday to you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, he did pretty good. He sure did. He and little Larry, they were out and about today. So that's why he's not hanging out with me right now. I literally panic when I think about fasting. It's so hard when you're a food addict. Absolutely. I did too. I did not want to do it. I'm glad I did this time around though. I really am. I would just get so down on myself that I can't let go of the dairy. And when Larry brought up the fast, I'm thinking, gosh, I don't want to do a fast again. And, but it really did give me a little boost with that. So I'm quite happy with that. Actually very happy. 4 days. It's like, I don't know, like I said, light bulb went off. I feel like I'm really going to do it this time. We'll see. I didn't succeed on the fast, but I did do OMAD each day. It was great exercise. Yeah. It's little steps like that. And when you say you didn't succeed, you did OMAD. So you're still essentially, fasting 24 or 23 hours a day, right? You're only eating one meal. I hope you're eating a large enough meal though, because your body needs nutrition, especially when we're healing, and that's what I was saying, like with the ketones. How interesting was that? Was it the fat that bumped up my ketones? I'd have to think so. I would. So there's a lot to be said about that. I'm alone in my keto plan. My family thinks I'm killing myself, yet I'm the only one not sick and on meds. I'm also not pre-diabetic, right? I mean, proof is in the pudding, I guess you can say. Why is it that our family and friends refuse to listen to that or look at our results, see how good we feel, and see our activity level increase and our moods increase, and even the color of our skin, and our eyes are brighter, and we're thinking more clearly, and we're doing things? I Is it just blatant, defiance? Is it ignorance? Are they being willfully dense? What is it? Is it jealousy? Are some of them jealous and just because they have yet to try it and they don't want to and they're just perfectly happy? They just don't know. I always say, don't knock it till you try it. Give it a solid 90 days and it's going to be hard to go back and stay in that lifestyle, because once you do go back and you feel how much sad food makes you feel like garbage, right? It does. You just feel like garbage after going back. I couldn't imagine, doing, oh my gosh, I could probably eat a whole box of Girl Scout cookies in one sitting, right? Within the course of maybe 45 minutes, an hour, maybe. I'd chuck down 2 or 3 at a time and then swig it back with some sugar water milk. Um, and that was just normal. That was normal for me. And I never realized how terrible I felt. Now, I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't. I wouldn't want to. I think there would be a syrup. It would feel like there's syrup in the bottom of my stomach. I'd have to think that. And it would just, I don't know. I think it would make me feel totally terrible. And then, of course, the inflammation, that would be coming back immediately. Oh, I want to read. Went back to my cardiologist today, and he is hell bent on getting me on a statin. I am not going to go there. I am medically cleared to work again, though. Yay. All right. Congratulations. Sorry you got to deal with all of that. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about, like with the pressure of what the doctors are going to do. I mean, you're still your own best advocate, and it's entirely up to you what you're going to take or not take. But, I got to face the music. I got to do some explaining. And yeah, when I go back, I'm going to just try and get a refill and then maybe go back, I don't know, 3-4 months from now. She won't give me another one. I might be able to get one more, but one more refill of my levothyroxine. But that's it. Found organic heavy cream and half, and put back on 13 pounds in a short time. Got 7 of them off. Well, good for you getting them off. There we go. There's that dairy again. See, there's just, it's nonstop. The comments are nonstop. The dairy, there's just the connection with dairy and weight gain. And, I honestly believe that, it's not just stalled. I don't care about the weight loss. I've lost a lot of weight. I feel so much better. That's it. It's about healing. And I wonder, if I had been off the dairy for 2 years, let's say, would I be off my medication? Dairy and coffee, right? Would I, or be decreased so low? I'd love to see like a 12.5 or 17.5 microgram. That'd be awesome. But I don't know. We shall see. Hello, Keto Simple. How are you today? And he also says, hello, everyone in the chat. Yeah, so you do fast 12 to 14 hours each day, Doug. See, a lot of people do that. I know my brother, for one, he'll eat sad, but he's still intermittent fasts and he'll lose his weight. But, last I knew, he was struggling. I've seen his weight. He's the yo-yo dieter too. His weight is up and down, and he always seems to have an answer. What was the last crazy thing that he and his wife, and my sister-in-law, I love her. What was the last crazy thing that they were trying to take? Is some type of ground up mushroom. And he seems to think that it's a fix-all. It's like, dude, have you not seen my progress? You've only known me all of my life. Have you not seen the progress that I'm having? Have you even considered it? My little brother considered it, but I don't know. He never got. I think he tried keto for like 3 days. It drives me mad. It does. It drives me batty, especially considering we got a channel. I'm like, dude, just go in the comments. That's all you got to do. Read the comments. Don't even look at my progress or Larry's progress or anything like that. Look in the comments. But, people, they want to be comfortable. And you can't force somebody to do something. It's like being in a toxic relationship, right? Two people are in a relationship and they're just no good for each other, but they love each other and they think that they can make it work. And everybody else around them sees it and they tell them, but it doesn't matter. and everybody else is right. They're no good for each other. But it's not until that light bulb goes off. You can say everything until so many times until you're blue in the face. They're not going to hear you until they're ready to hear you. Same thing goes with a diet. Did y'all see Dr. Peterson interviewed Dr. Chris Palmer? Great interview. No, I did not. I sure didn't, but I do like Jordan Peterson. Luz, it's so good to see you. Hello, hello. We've been corresponding through, our comment section, but it's good to see you here and live. Very, very cool. Oh, geez. My doctor flat told me not to be a carnivore because my LDL was off. I point blank asked how the rest of my numbers looked. I was cackling inside. I am a good dude. I'm sure. I tried pushing my doctor on it the last time when I saw her in August. I'm like, oh yeah, carnivore is great. And then, my CEA numbers, which are a marker for cancer, they were elevated. But of course, I had been eating clean. And then the dairy, again, here we are with the dairy. Still the common theme, that dairy. When I ate that pizza, it elevated my numbers. I know that's what it was. There's nothing else that it could be. Yes, the indoctrination on nutrition is very hard to break away from. Of course it is. I mean, you go back years and years and years. I mean, even well before we were kids. I mean, I was born in 72, so seeing, all the cereals, the sugar smacks and sugar puffs and honeycombs and all that. And they try to market it to make it fun and exciting. And oh, look at this. And it's nutritious with fortified minerals, right? Oh my gosh. Yes. We've definitely been indoctrinated all of our lives. And now you can't even drive down the road without seeing a McDonald's, and you go down 4 or 5 miles and there's another McDonald's. It's like every town is set up the same. Starbucks, Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A if you're down here in the South or wherever else. It's just it's insane. They all look the same. And same with your corporate chain restaurants, Outback, Applebee's, Chili's, and all this stuff comes out of garbage. And they even cook it all in plastic. Told you I've seen it. That's why I don't trust them. What's happening, Kip? Talk about determination. Here's another person, dude. You're a very determined young man as well. And so proud of you too. You fall down and you get back up and you just keep going. And that's all we can do, right? The adage. Y'all know the adage. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Or never stop trying. We can make up a new one. Never stop trying. Same thing, right? Yes. Isn't that the truth? It is a gateway drug. No doubt. Everybody's saying, hey, Kip. How you doing, Kip? How's it going? Yay. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. Oh, I'll catch up soon. I've been absent from YouTube. That's all right. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, it only takes a second. You just got to back out for 1 second, unless you got me on the small screen. Yeah. My sister has asked me 3 times for info on keto, but in the end, she says she needs carbs. I think her sugar addiction is talking. I used to be the queen of excuses. Weren't we all? Right? I mean, so many of us got sick, very unhealthy because we just made up excuses. So somebody very near and dear to me gave me some similar excuses, and she's a family member. I love her so much. And again, and she is a very smart young lady. She's college educated. In fact, she has her own practice. She is a psychiatrist, and she's very caring heart. And I thought maybe she would have been level-headed enough. She and I spoke about it. I said, why don't you try carnivore or at least keto? See how it makes you feel, and then you can recommend that to your patients. And she then proceeded to tell me that she likes her salads and she doesn't have that much sugar as she was sucking down a sweet tea. And I said point blank, I said, "Really?" I said, "What is in that cup? So take a look at your food." Last I knew, she said she was on a healthy diet. She said it's what works for her. She didn't want me to start in on her again because I really do love her and I can be very blunt with her. And sometimes I'm a little pushy. There's no doubt. Just because I know and I feel so good. Um, but you know, last time, yeah, last I knew, she was eating healthy and she just kind of cut it off there, and that's how it goes. So I don't know. We'll see. Next time I go up north, we'll see how well she's doing. The last picture, she still looked the same. She's a very unhealthy young lady, and it's kind of sad. Kind of sad to watch. My sister is a nurse, overweight, and so many health problems. But we agreed not to talk about weight, food, etc., just to keep the peace. It's gotta kill you. It's gotta kill you because especially that she is supposed to be a healer. You know, the medical community, they need to focus on nutrition, period. And I don't even care if they offer up vegetables and fruits, at least doggone, they got to stop offering. Larry had a colonoscopy 8 years ago. Would you like something to drink after, he's coming around and everything? Yeah, sure. What do you have? Sprite, Coke, all the sugar drinks. It's like he was just under, mind you, light anesthesia, just under anesthesia. He had polyps removed, and the first thing you offer him was a corn syrup sugar drink. It just that it just it's mind-boggling to me. It really is. But are they just nefarious? I mean, is that really it, or is it just that? I mean, obviously, it all comes from the top, and who knows how far that goes up. I'm not going down that rabbit hole, but that's insane. That's insanity. It's absolutely insane that all of our medical professionals are like that. Yep. Sean says, "Hello, Sean, by the way. I have a buddy who went carnivore to help with gut issues he has had all his life. He cured those gut issues and lost 30 pounds in the process." Awesome. Were you the one to get him to start going carnivore? Did he approach you on that? Because this is the ripple effect that I'm talking about. Who was it that somebody in group said, "Oh, only one person asked me about it." I said, it starts with one. And then this ripple effect happens. I mean, there's a couple 100,000 of us out here, living the carnivore lifestyle, but we truly are affecting people. It might be slow, but it's going to catch on, even though big food is really trying hard not to get that because they're going to lose money, and big medical core and big pharma and all of that. Their patients are going to be cured. They're going to go out of business, except for broken arms. Uh-oh. I have an appointment this week. It's not going to be pretty since I fell off for 3 or 4 months. Yeah. I hear you on that. I hear you. That was me last month when I was eating all that food, all the stuff I shouldn't have been eating. And that was also somewhat of a deciding factor why I did not want to go back to the doctor. I'm like, I'm not going to go back, and my numbers are going to be a little off. I want to be back to super clean. So I'll go see her in about 3 months. But yeah. JJ Banks, I have to get this carnivore going to fix my diabetes and high blood pressure. You will. I know you know it, and we're here for you. There's communities. Get involved. Get yourself some accountability. Join our Facebook group. Join any Facebook group for that matter. Or even if you want to go and pay for, Kelly Hogan or Dr. Barry or something like that, that's amazing too. I mean, Kelly Hogan is a certified coach now. She's been doing it a long time. She knows an awful lot about this. So she's got some great advice to lend. And of course, Dr. Barry, he's amazing too. Dr. Chafee, they're a wealth of knowledge. They are professionals, and they've got all that research in the study, and not to mention they are hands-on with what's going on with modern day medicine too. But really, you need some accountability, and you'll get some encouragement from joining a support group. I mean, we're addicts, pure and simple. Otherwise, everybody could, get on the diet, lose all their weight so easily, no problem. It's just easy. No, just like a drug addict, just like an alcoholic, you need support. You can't do it alone. And food is more difficult than anything else, I think, because you need food to survive. You can't say no to food. I mean, you can for a period of time, but eventually, you gotta have it. So, and we're trying to reverse what we've been taught. All of our lives we've been taught drugs are bad and alcohol is bad for the most part. You know what I mean? Nancy Reagan with her "Just Say No." You know, uh, drugs being illegal. Food is not illegal. In fact, the poison that they're selling us should be illegal, but it is not. It is not. So we are fighting an uphill battle, and you can do it. So many people are going to root for you, cheer for you. And like I said, I pray over our community, and you'll be included in those prayers, because I want to see people succeed, because it's not easy. So find a group, find some accountability. Oaktown girl, hello, hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. You're doggone right. Carnivore quit. There you go, JJ. Never quit. Even if you fall and you feel discouraged, don't quit. Don't quit. Just keep going. Yep. Amber says, JJ, you can do it. Same here, JJ. Yeah. You got this. You got this. You can do it. Look, if I can do it, you can do it. Absolutely. Stephanie, hello. Hello, I got some great news. I've been carnivore for 3 months. My A1C was 6.7. Now today it's 5.7. This week I go to get my fasting labs. Hopefully I have better news. Congratulations. See, little hard work pays off. Those are the victories that I'm talking about, not the scales. All too often people are focusing on the numbers on that scale, and it doesn't matter. It took us a whole lifetime to get to this point. It's going to take some time for us to lose it. I didn't put on 100 pounds, 100+ pounds. What am I, about a buck? I was about $1.20. My highest, I was 295. So, that didn't happen overnight. I happened to stay there for a very long time. It takes time. So good for you. Good for you. I'm on day 81 and was going to wait until I hit day 100 to fully transition the kids to ketovore. But they started today. They're not happy. I know. You know what? Courtney Luna is going to be a great source for that. She's raising kids in the same manner. Make the food fun. If you haven't made the piggy poppers or the chiggy cakes, and there's other recipes out there too. That those are really easy foods for them. So, uh, definitely good for you though. Good for you, mom. That's the best thing you can do for them. How much did I lose on my fast? I don't know. But I can tell you that my ketones went from 0.2 in 3 days, 0.2, 0.4, and then today they were 1.1 after refeeding. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy. And I gave up dairy and coffee. How about that? That's amazing. So I'm really happy about that. Change your diet, change your mind, change your life, right? So yeah. Have her watch the Peterson interview. Used keto with his psych patients. He is at Harvard. I have given her references and directed her where to go, with medically speaking. I'm like, look, these are the experts. Go watch their videos, go to their pages, go to their channel, their website. I don't know. I can only do so much, and it's really frustrating for me. Oh, let me hear about this victory. Quit alcohol. Alcohol free January 1st, went carnivore January 20th, down 15 pounds. Congratulations. That's amazing. I don't know what I'm more happy about, you giving up alcohol or going carnivore. I think they're equally amazing. So congrats on that. Marilyn. Hello, M. I love this lady. Even wounded healers who don't have a handle on their own stuff are sometimes able to really help others. Agreed. I totally agree. And yeah, I know. I just, she needs to be able to help herself. And she could possibly help her patients. Not possibly, she could help her patients by telling them to eat a good diet, you know. But yeah. All right, Oaktown girl, you have a good one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Oaktown girl. Oh, Dave, 72 with a double heart valve replacement. Lost over 80 pounds since 1 of 23. Have a couple at church losing all kinds of weight. Fantastic. So, Dave, was that the ripple effect that we're talking about? They saw your improvements and the progress that you're making, and they decided to jump on board. Did they start asking you questions? I think that's amazing. Yep. JJ, if you're still in, we're here to support you on your journey. So you're right. You got a whole community behind you. Kel says, everything I start craving, I start watching carnivore YouTube videos for encouragement. It helps. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You know, read the comments, watch some videos all day if you have to. I mean, you got to do what you got to do to get through. You got to find your inspiration. Absolutely. Thank you, Angel. I feel really good. I'm having a great day. Yeah. It's hard to watch loved ones suffering with health issues, but they're still believing the old diet advice. They are proud of me losing my weight, but don't think that they can give up the carbs. Of course. Did you? I never thought I could give up carbs. When we went keto, I thought, geez Louise, this is hard enough as actually Atkins. I thought, man, this is hard enough as it is. And then we went keto. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then we went carnivore. I'm like, there's no way I could do carnivore. Slip, fell, gained a bunch of weight, got back up, slip, fell, gained a bunch of weight. And I'm like, no, I can't do carnivore. It's just too hard. I'm gonna do ketovore. You know, well, here I am today. I am drinking my water. I'm eating my meat with salt only. And I've, day 4, I know it's still in the infant stages of giving up my dairy. But, I'd like to be able to say that it's done. I'm done with it, at least on the daily basis. And as much as I would drink, yeah, I would drink so much heavy cream and half and even put my butter in coffee. It really was ridiculous. That I would probably go a week without drinking a single glass of pure water. I'm not kidding. It would be coffee all day, every day. And then I wonder why I'm always in a stall or my body isn't healing or I'm always tired. My adrenal glands are on overtime. They're tired. So I feel good. But I never thought I could give up the carbs. Just like many of us. Oh, okay, Toothless Carnivore. Gotta run. Hugs and keep going. Proud to be here and grateful for the encouragement. Had a rough road since the holidays, but restart. Day 1 tomorrow. Hugs and good night, y'all. Toothless Carnivore, you got this. You got this. I know you got it. And best wishes on tomorrow. Stay strong. Don't give in to those cravings. Just get by the first day. You get by the first day, just get by the second day. Well, you know what to do, and I know you can do it. You can do it. So good night. Hey, Adam, how's it going? Adam says, hi, Cassie. I finished the 72 hours and hit the gym and feel great. Just got to the live stream. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, feeling pretty good after that fast too. I was telling everybody that, yeah, without the coffee, I feel amazing. No dairy, and I feel like things are going as planned. Because we all know that life doesn't always go according to plan. But I'm pretty darn determined this time, my once and for all. So, but yeah, y'all, geez, I went way over what I thought I was going to. Started at 8:15. It is now 9:55. And yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I really enjoyed this live stream. I'm glad I did it. And I look forward to our next one. I'm proud of y'all for for completing your fast, whether it was 12 hours, 2 days, 3 days, or beyond. Good for you. Think about all of my rambling tonight, especially for those who are caught up on the dairy. Think about it. I already feel better. And, I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. But again, it's only day 4. Who knows how long this can last? But yeah, I would love to just say forever or just treat myself every now and then. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you. I love you guys. Have a most amazing night. Sleep well tonight. And yeah, I'm gonna get Larry out of here. And we were talking about doing that live. So I think we'll get going on that too really soon here. So y'all remember, no sugar, no carbs, and no cheating. Good night. Thanks again.